Sorry about that. Libra. Oh, let me fix this real quick. Okay. Go. Better. Much better. Much better. Alright, so let's go. Good afternoon, Libra. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All. And today we're going to be bringing you your mid-March reading. Now, one of the things that has come to my attention is this. Well, actually several things. One is distractions, right? I feel like distractions are a necessary aspect of life to teach us how to be more focused. And I feel like Libra, a lot of you guys are reaching your end. I guess you could say like the bottom of your battery, so to speak, the end of your battery. Give me 1 second as I go ahead and take care of some stuff here at the house, but I will still be speaking, so listen up, Libra. The energy that you're running on is a type of energy where it's almost kind of like the classic situation of the Energizer Bunny, who's actually reaching the end of the energizing kind of energy. So we are going to go into your past energy first, and then after this, unless I stop for a little while, which I don't plan to, we're going to go ahead and dig into your past energy to see where you're coming from, Libra, and this will be good for Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon, and Libra descendant. So if you guys are ready for this journey, let's go begin now. All right, so the maiden. Yep, I knew it. So I wanted to go ahead and draw 2 cards. I was going to draw just 1, but the reason why I drew 2 was because I felt this like type of polarity shift thing. The polarity energy I felt with Capricorn as well. So this is one of the major reasons of why I am pulling, double energy cards. Now, on the one hand, I feel like some of you Libras have been operating in this, regardless of how much this has been in the background. And of course, when you have been telling yourself a lot of different things, maybe you've been convinced of things that other people have told you, that tends to play on into your own psyche. And it ends up being a program that you just tell yourself over and over and over and over again. Very hard to notice, and it's also very hard to stop because it becomes an inbred and kind of like it becomes a habit, for lack of a better word. However, I do feel, Libra, that a lot of you have been going off of the energy of the maiden. The energy of the maiden very much has a lot to do with well, look at this. There's a lot of 5s right here. It's a whole lot of 5s right there. 5, 5, 5, 5. So a lot of energies of 5. I wonder, Libra, if you have been seeing a lot of 5s lately, or maybe there's areas around you that have a lot of 5s, right? The 5s are indicative of change. So I want to go ahead and go into the book and read a little bit on the maiden. The She of the Crow is basically, it's a nurturing time. It's a time of nurturing and development. Something's growing, and it's necessary to have this type of energy here in order to understand how best to move forward. It's the energy of a child. Now, the Crow Act tells us of the need for unconditional receiving and unconditional giving, right? But it's making the best of what we're offered. So whatever that means to you, Libra, I would say make the best of it. That's really the only thing that we can do right now. And then of course, the soul shrinker. Don't convince yourself of the things that other people tell you. Believe what you believe and believe it because you feel it and because you've experienced it. That's usually the best way to go about it. All right, so there's that. I feel that for a lot of you Libra, the mask is going to be falling off. What type of mask this is, who knows? This could be a mask that you've held up for a little while because maybe you didn't trust the person that you were dealing with. I feel like some of you have a mask of some. Well, okay, so there's two things. One, some of you had a nice mask on, basically covering up an ugly face, in the sense of like really operated in like manipulation. Maybe you acted in ways of to help you get what you want, and most people don't really see that they're being taken advantage of in some type of way until there seems to be that moment within that situation where the mask falls off. And I feel, Libra, that for a lot of you guys are noticing this, not just within yourself, but I feel like you're also noticing this in your Capricorn partners. So there's a little bit of that melding energy between Capricorn and Libra at this time. Maybe it's why I'm being drawn to do these type of readings, because I feel like as we get to know what's going on with Capricorn and what's going on with Libra, we generally get to understand what's going on with the relationship as well. Okay, so we got that. All right, now the Bodacious Bodak, I just felt like, doing this for a second. This card here specifically is about applying helpful fixes. So maybe this is a message from the universe to help you understand how to apply those helpful fixes so that it allows you to put your life into proper order. I feel like that Bodacious Bodak energy is future energy though. I don't think it's anything you have to worry about in terms of actively trying to be conscious of it. I feel like you're going to be intuitively drawn anyways. So whatever it is that you end up doing, it has a lot to do with whether a situation ends or not. So take it or leave it as that stands. Let's see what's happening. All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, of course, Libra, the wheel hasn't spun yet. The wheel is still in the same position. I do feel though that regardless of that, there is going to be certain victories that you are going to be able to have under your belt. Doesn't even like it doesn't even describe like what the feeling might be, So I would say just keep going, Libra. Understand that whatever fixes you do apply, are going to be specifically towards whatever the situation is. So let's see what animal spirit is guiding you. The cheetah. So the cheetah in the reverse. All right, Libra. So this energy here that we got is the cheetah. Now the cheetah doesn't really spring forward unless there's something that it feels it needs to do, or whatever it feels the vibration is. And once it actually feels that passion, what ends up happening is it actually moves forward. So with the cheetah in the reverse, what I'm very much feeling is the idea that there's something that you have to get. Well, you know what? This isn't just the heart chakra. This is actually the throat chakra. So the cheetah in and of itself is a fast-moving message Whether that message is from you or from others, I'm not sure. However, there is a transformational aspect of it. The butterfly coming out right behind it, and then of course the vulture right behind that. There's certain things that you need to clear. Certain things that I feel maybe are holding you back from saying what needs to be said. Saying what needs to be said, huh? Emotions. The downward triangle. It's very indicative of emotions. So there's certain emotions that need to be released, and I feel like that's what's going to lead to your transformation, Libra. So okay, so we got that one, we got that one, and we got that one. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle this one and see what pops up at the top of this one, and that will basically show me what energy you're coming from, Libra. Let's see if that energy that stop energy is going to be changed, right? A lot of that has to do with how you. It has a lot to do with how you say what you're going to say, and that has to do with your emotions, Libra. So, and until then, the wheel is not going to turn. You won't notice this victory in your favor, and actually, on the quite the opposite. You're gonna have a lot of anxiety because of it. So, let's see what we get here. Okay. Six of wands. Victory. Well, how about that, Libra? Okay. So you're coming from a place of logic, obviously. That is a very good place to come from. Right now, if you can find a logical way to use your spirituality, but in a physical manner, or at least to try to manifest it within your physical reality, I feel like that will help people understand who you are, but it will also help people to understand how you can move forward with them and how you're actually going to move forward with them, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's draw from right here first with the Fairies Oracle, and then we're going to go ahead and find out some of this information. So for those of you watching the video, if you guys like it so far, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That'll help out a lot. It'll help out for the YouTube algorithm. And also, for those of you who haven't done so yet, what you need to do is go ahead and go into your birth chart and find out where your planets are. There's www.astro.com. There's also, I think it's www.astrofix.com. Not exactly sure what that other site is, but www.astro.com will take you to Astrodience. That's the one that I use the most. So let's see what we get for you, and we will find out what's going on with you, Libra. Let's see what the universe has to pass on to you. All right. Ooh, so you have the Fawn. So the Fawn talks about energies that are necessary, that are necessary to cultivate within oneself. It's the magical energy that we all run off of. But it's also the magical energy that allows you to do whatever it is that you need to do here on this planet. The Fawn, it's a natural type of energy. It's an energy that comes from Source itself. And Source itself will give you all the energy that you need. It's just, well, you just have to ask for it. Capricorn has asked for it. That's for sure. And maybe Libras can, take a lesson or two from that. Capricorns don't normally ask for anything, honestly. So whenever they do, it's usually because they really need it, but it's usually because it has the ability to help out a lot in any aspect of life, not just for the Capricorn, but for everybody else that's connected to them. So let's see. I got a sneak peek there. All right. There's certainly something in the thoughts section by my little sneak peek there. Was kind of an accident, but what I can say. Ooh, well, how about them apples? um. All right. Let's see. Ooh, High Priestess in the reverse. All right. Let's see what this is about as we draw these other cards. Now, High Priestess in the reverse and the Fawn in the reverse kind of gives me the idea that some of you might feel between your thoughts and your actions and your thoughts and your feelings that like you might feel like there's a fog over your eyes. I fog over your eyes. No, that doesn't quite actually. Okay, so some of you might not be feeling abundant. Let's just say that. Between, the positive aspects of life, between the negative aspects of life, you might feel like you're right in the middle, but I feel like there's more abundance that could be coming in for you, Libra. I just feel like, you know what? Okay. One thing that comes to mind is restlessness and the necessary need for proper rest. Now, that might be confusing for Libras because proper rest is actually rest where you have REM sleep, you have your dreams. Your dreams allow you to basically consolidate and to put into focus all of the things in your conscious world. But one aspect of the dream world that most people don't understand or know about is the idea that the dream world itself is just a dream world. No, the dream world is actually another realm that's connected to this one. So the sooner you actually realize that one, Libra, the more you're actually going to want to go to that realm. So, okay, so Cobra energy in the reverse. And let's see. Ooh, that vulture in the reverse. That eagle in the reverse was one that could come out. All right. Ah, yes. All right. So, and see, this is why I like to do the readings like this. Mostly because, look, the Cobra in and of itself, in the reverse, is to let you know, hey, Libra, there's a necessary need for your emotions, for your anger, for all of that frustration, for it to be brought down. Now, like, it's because this is being activated as a result of what's the downward triangle is water, isn't it? Earth, water. Yeah, it's it. Hold on, let me check the book real quick. Yeah, okay, so the downward triangle is water. Now, if this is emotional right here, then we're going to see something on this side here because this is the emotion side, this is thoughts, and this is action. So, whatever, okay, so you might be feeling pretty confident in your actions. You might be feeling pretty confident in what it is that you know how to do. But in terms of your emotions, I feel like there's something that needs to change. There's not a downgrade. Down regulation, if that makes any sense. A down regulation of your emotions, a down regulation of your anger specifically. Anger can do a lot of things like suck up the love of a situation, and then from that lack of love, there's effects that happen with that. There's a necessary need to downregulate your frustrations, your bitterness, your anything that's not you. There's a necessary need to downregulate it. This right here, if I had to take just one look and give it a phrase to describe it, this right here is a thoughtful leader, or I could say the proper leader, right? The King of Pentacles, almost like this right here is what makes you magnetic. Is this energy of being able to downregulate your frustration, your anger, your ego, and all of that, in place of remaining calm and focused and collected. And I feel that if you can manage to encompass this energy, all of this right here, whatever this is going to be fairly easy for you to do, and actually won't even require very much effort on your part. Okay, so let's go. All right, thoughts. So Libra, what comes up in your thoughts section has a lot to do with hidden knowledge that you have already. So it's not necessarily hidden per se, um, as much as it is inborn. It's already there. It's already been cultivated. Now, there is a necessity to be honest, though. Honest with what it is that you've undergone, your experiences, your feelings. Um, there's a necessary need to understand that there is a necessity to be honest with oneself, but there's a necessity to be honest with others about all of the different imbalances that you've gone through in life. You know, all of those times where you never really felt like you've had, um, like you've all of those times where you feel like you haven't been on it in terms of like mental and stuff like that. There is a necessity to understand that, yay, that being honest with yourself in this aspect will actually open you up to greater forms of knowledge. So those greater forms of knowledge, and of course, you know, you're dealing with the uh, high priestess in the reverse for the Rider-Waite tarot. It's a very being honest on your feelings and moving forward on your feelings in a manner that is calm and collected, but can show the urgency in your voice. I feel like that's one of the things that will help you in the balance of your thoughts. But not only that, it'll help you feel more like the Empress, and it'll help you feel more abundant. Now, the Knight of Cups in the thought space, it's that right there. It shows that one, you're looking for more love. However, there are opportunities that if you open up your mind and you open up your consciousness to, will actually build some type of business relationship with something or with someone. Whenever I get the Knight of Cups, I always have that feeling of business. Dealing with business, or dealings in business, where there's a necessary need to be honest to open yourself up to unfound forms of wisdom. That, I feel, is what makes you this wolf energy or wolf leader energy. However, that anger, whatever, the frustration or anything that you might feel when you're not being considered or when you're not heard, that right there can play itself out in the form of this, where you're not in your power, and it actually takes away that opportunity from you. So be honest with yourself in those moments where you know your anger messes things up, and then cause yourself to think about that for a second. You know, take a look at it from the wolf's perspective without ego, and then you'll be able to move forward on it. Now, in the feelings, look, we might feel abundant enough sometimes, but a lot of the times we don't feel like we've gotten our due. So Libra, in this sense, your feelings of abundance are actually going to lead you to the upright Six of Wands. However, you know, we talked about intuition, we talked about the connection to intuition with the High Priestess, and if you really think about it, you're actually on the verge of whatever this change is. Whatever this change is, that's going to flip your justice energy from the reverse to the upright. And it's an intuition that you gain from yourself, but I feel like it's an influence that is being driven from the friends that you've had previously. And the friends that you've had previously, in different ways that they've acted, different ways in which they've said different things, whatever it was that was them, that was coming out of them, you've learned something from that. and your intuition is telling you those various different things. So if I were you, I would listen to it, Libra. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. See, you got the hangman in the upright. You know what? I almost forgot. So this intuitive thing, or this intuitive notion, whatever it is, uh, whatever it is it's what's basically dealing with that decision that you need to make. Um, and I'm fairly certain that whatever it is that you're feeling has to do more with these four of cups in the upright, and that's what's not allowing you to basically make a proper decision in terms of like the physical world. Now, I did mention something about the emotions. So the Four of Cups coming out, that's not too surprising. The Four of Cups, it shows apathy, it shows a distaste, a dislike, or a disgust of, what's happening in your vicinity. I mean, more or less, I feel like this is more what's happening in your physical world. Your physical world is affecting your emotional world, and your emotional world, as you can see, is essentially almost not necessarily falling apart, but it's on the verge of doing so. So there's going to be a lot of work that you're going to need to do. That much is obvious. However, how much work you actually have to do, well, I don't think that's very much, honestly. Look at so your two cards here are the King of Wands and the uh, Hangman in the reverse. Eesh. Do you see do you see what's going on here? Stop energy, go energy. You're somewhere in between. So in the feelings, I mean, in the actual like action space, there's action you want to take, but I feel like there's certain things that you feel like you need to learn in order for you to move forward with this fire type energy. And so one of them I feel is a connection to the universe. That that singer of intuition is right there. So in the feelings, I mean, in the physical space, and this actually also describes that cheetah card in the reverse. It makes me think. What are fears that you're what are your fears behind equal give and take, Libra? Because when you talk about this energy here of the Laista Moon's Daughter, Laista's Moon's Daughter is one of those cards that talks about uh, equal giving and receiving. It's like maybe past relationships haven't given you everything that you've given towards them, right? Kind of getting the energy of a martyr here. But when this card comes out in the reverse, this card specifically is letting you know, well, okay, equal give and take. What does that mean? And at the same time, what does that encompass? Like, what do you get out of it? And what does the other person get out of it? And is that something of an equal give and take? That's one way to look at it. Now, this singer of connection, I like to draw from it the idea that it has to do with your physical connections, but I feel like it has to do with your mental connections too. Like what's going on in your outer world versus what's going on in your inner world, and do those two like actually match, or is there some type of congruency between those two? And if it isn't, as we can see right here, what do you have to do to change it, right? The energy of the singer of connection being there in the physical space is very much an indication to get started with some meditation, get started with yoga, get started with something that'll get you moving and something that'll get your energy moving specifically. Just mainly because of the fact that energy, just like your physical body, just like your blood and all of that, it has to be exercised. So if I had to take anything from this hangman, go ahead and start looking into the various different things that you could do at home. You know, just get yourself going, get yourself started in it. Even if you just do it 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 1 minute a day, really doesn't matter. As long as you start to encompass the lifestyle behind it, then that energy of the King of Wands is actually going to get it moving from that point. Also, the energy of the King of Wands might be something to do with like somebody giving you the motivation and the passion to continue it, like to do it, like to look at the bigger picture from the vantage point of the lizard, where all you can see is up, if that makes any sense, Libra. And what ends up happening is you start to see the various different things between, you know, how you feel and how you act, and you know, you open yourself up to the cycles of the universe. Earlier today, since your reading has a lot to do with the fives. Earlier today, I was understanding that I was on well, I was doing my backwards running and my backwards walking on treadmill number 5. Also today, I found 50 cents, and also fives have been popping up for me lately like crazy too. But it's not that I'm looking for them; it's just that I'm being shown the life cycles of the universe, and its purpose is to help you guys. So let's see what we could do. Alright, so instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some of these cards. It's a very interesting reading. I don't know why the Empress is buried all the way over there, but I might as well put her right there, right? You know, that Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody or something is going to make an offer to you. This is going to be a physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual offer. And well, it's up to you to decide, Libra. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it's connected to, other than it's going to be somewhere in the thoughts and feelings section. And it's something that can actually lead you towards a lot of success. So let's draw some cards here and find out what that's about, right? Oh, nice. 7 of clubs. So that to me is the 7 of pentacles. So very interesting to note that here between the feelings and the thoughts, there is a necessity to analyze things. Analysis is oftentimes very necessary. So we flip over these cards first. Between your feelings and your actions, there's a necessity to pay attention to the things that can be completed, right? You have the Page of Swords, and you have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles lead to feelings of abundance. They lead to feelings of luxury, feelings of like having an excess. But that can only happen if you take a look and pay attention to the opportunities that are presenting themselves in the physical world. Now, these opportunities in the physical world only present themselves when you've completed things on the emotional aspect. So I would say take a look at your emotional inventory and see what needs to be changed, see what can be made better. When you make that better, go ahead and take a look at your physical world. And then from there, see what changes in your physical world. Is it a relationship? Is it a business dealing? Is it your physical routine, your habits, your lifestyles? Does that cause you to make life a little bit better for yourself? Does it cause you to think clearer? Things like that. Complete things on the emotional level. Complete the things that your intuition is telling you about your friends, because that's a big aspect as well. And I feel like you're gonna do very well in that. Let's go. So feelings, in the feeling space, there is a necessity to understand that there's a flip flop of the energies, right? The thoughts and the emotions can flip flop rather easily. It's like the swing of a pendulum. The the energy of nine going towards your feelings is do the things that make you happy. And when we talk about the nine of wands, um, we talk about the feelings that make us feel more defensive. I feel like your defenses need to drop. That's what this time period is asking you for. Saturn in Pisces is asking you to become vulnerable. Becoming vulnerable allows you to connect with other people. It actually allows you to do the best that you could do in any area of your life, because you're doing it as a form of making life better. Although it might be coming from a place of fear, you're trying to make life better. So, Nine of Wands, I would say drop your guard. Mostly because with the Six of Swords going towards your thought space, let it go. Let it go. Whatever these feelings are that have been making you unhappy, just let them go. And that's actually what leads you to your Six of Wands victory. And in the thoughts and action space, for your thoughts, I would say be more like the Queen of Pentacles. Ground yourself. Being honest with yourself actually helps you to ground yourself. But when you sit in the Queen of Pentacles energy, the knowledge of the sage just pops up, right? It's because whatever is going on, it's like that one song "Slipping Sands" from Soul Messiah. Um, this goes deeper than the elder's eye, right? Look at his eye. It goes deeper than that. So be aware that whatever is going on for you right now is going to be a very, very big aspect of what makes you or breaks you technically. But in the thought space, have that energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Be resourceful. Also, be loving, be caring, be kind, and also look to nurture the things in your life, because that's what the Queen of Pentacles does. She nurtures all the things that are in one's life. And since this is pointing in the directions of the thoughts, nurture those thoughts that make you happy, but also nurture those thoughts, emotions, and feelings that will push you in the direction you want to go. Also, the best way to do that, Three of Wands, whatever it is that you're doing in your physical world that comes from your feelings, right? And this energy of the feelings, as you feel your world, as you feel your intuition telling you, do the action, right? Obviously, look out for the opportunities, and then as you start to gain your harvest from wherever it comes from, then you have the ability to nurture more, right? And as you have the ability to nurture more, you have more of the ability to not just reach your own happiness, but do things on a daily basis that allow you to move away from the things that no longer suit you, that no longer help you, whether that's emotions, physical actions, mental thought processes, or even spiritual beliefs. All right, so I feel like that was quite a mouthful. Okay, here we go, Libra. I'm just gonna throw all three. So you got the same exact energy as Capricorn. Capricorn, for whatever reason, can help you to understand how to reach your victory, right? Where to put in the work. Man, that's the exact same. That's the exact same energy as Capricorn. Sweet Jesus. Except where Capricorn had Saturn, you have Mars. Remember how well, I don't know if you remember, but Capricorn had Saturn at the top, Mars on the bottom, Mercury on the right, and then the moon on the left. You have Mars on the top, you have the moon in the middle, you have Venus on the right, and then Saturn on the left. Best way to go about this, pay attention to your intuition, follow your passions. As you do this, you're informed as to what it is that you find beautiful. And then at the same time, as you start to cultivate those things that are beautiful, slowly but surely, you start to become that leader that becomes magnetic to everybody. And that's that magnetism that I was telling you about. And that allows for your communication to bring balance to others, but it also helps you to make the decisions that you need to make whenever you need to make them. And the right way to go about that is to trust your intuition. And once you trust your intuition, what's left is not just patience, not just organization, and not just steady growth, but also a lot of information, a lot of truth, a lot of friends, and forward movement. And a lot of forward movement, more specifically in the Page of Swords arena. Your ability to focus and your ability to see things as they come is what's going to really help you move through this time period, specifically Libra, but also in the next couple of months to come as well. I'm gaining 7 to 10 months. Yeah, 7 to 10 months for this specific thing to fully play itself out. All right, so with the earliest being 6. Yeah. So with that being said, let's see. Anything else? No. I think that's all that's necessary for now. Yeah. All right, so Libra, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to hear more information on this, and also the next readings are going to be shorter since I don't have to dig for past information. They're going to be more straight to the point, and they're going to be pretty crazy. If you think about the energy of the Two of Pentacles, decisions off of your natural energy are going to be the best thing to do, and also saying what needs to be said emotionally is going to help you quite a bit, Libra. So with that, take care, Libra, and I will go ahead and see you on the next video. All right, you guys are awesome. Take care.